Hey guys, in this video today, I will show you how you can create subclips even in DaVinci Resolve for the iPad. So first of all, what are subclips? So traditionally, if you build your timeline, what you do is you come here into your media pool and then you can click your clips, right? Then you see your clips here. And then for example, you can change the in and the out points. You can either do this, what I'm doing right now, or you can use here the playhead, place the playhead somewhere, and then hit this icon here. This is the in point. You can also use the keyboard shortcut I on your keyboard, and then I can go to another position. Let's say, for example, I like until this one here, and then I hit O on my keyboard shortcut, or I click this icon here. By the way, if I click it once, it goes to the playhead position. If I double click it, I reset the out point. So I want to go it like this. And then what you would do is I would actually bring everything here into my timeline, right? So you go through your material, get the best clips and put it into your timeline. This is one approach. There's nothing wrong with this. I do this many times depending on my project. So for the subclips, and the next thing I will show you this now here in the edit page. If you don't know the edit page, and by the way, since a couple of updates now, all of these pages stay open, even on the iPad version. So there is a video here on my channel. Definitely check out the video, how to unlock all of the pages in DaVinci Resolve on the iPad. So second method, I could select all of my clips here, bring them into my timeline. And instead of doing this here in the media pool, I could also just go here through my timeline. And then for example, zoom more in, and make my selections immediately here. Cut something, delete the other stuff, or this is a personal trick that I like to do sometimes if the timeline is very long. I like to select the better clips like on track 2. Let's say, for example, this is the very best clip. I put this one here on track 3. And so I know I go through the timeline and then in the end, I know which clips are good and which are not good. But still, you have to bring everything down to your timeline. It's not a wrong approach. I use this approach a lot as well. But there is another feature that you can use, and that is the so-called subclips. So let's delete all of this. So if you come into any clip and you do the in and out points, here it works in the edit page, it's just same. If I use the keyboard shortcut I can put an in point. If I put it here, then on this position, I can make an out point. Or you can use these buttons here. So I can bring this, let's say, for example, here in, and then I make another here to this position. So, and instead of putting them down in here, what I can do is I can right click on this one and create subclip. And there's even a shortcut by default. You don't have to give it a shortcut. It's Option B. So if I click Option B or click here, create subclip, it will create now a subclip with a name. It's the same name, subclip. So I say create, and now I have the subclip here in my media pool as well. And if I double click on this one, I only have the selection that I just made. And the cool thing about this one is I can, let's say, for example, let's delete this subclip here again. I go into this clip here. Let's say I have a very good clip here at the beginning when I take my iPad like this. Okay, out point. Now I use the keyboard shortcut Option B and I can create this subclip. Then, for example, later in the video, I like when I turn the iPad like this. Let's say from here, in point until here, so out point, and then again, Option B, and I can create another subclip, create the subclip, and you see now the subclips are here. I can do this as many times as I want, and later, if you have to go back, you will find these individual clips here in the media bin, and you can come up here to the search and even search for subclips. By the way, you have to make sure that it's not just file name, make all fields. So subclips, and now I see all of my subclips, and I can always select them, bring them into my timeline. And it's just a more nicer way to work with your clips. And if you have a lot of subclips later, you can also do the following. You can search for the subclips, select all of them, right click and say create bin with selected clips. And then we can, for example, rename this one here and say this is the subclips. And the cool thing, I showed you this now here in the edit page, but this also works in the cut page. The only problem that we have right here is we can use the in and out points, right? We can use the shortcuts. We can't right click. That's the only difference. It doesn't understand the right click. There is no button, but the shortcut works. Option B, then I see the new subclip menu. I can create the subclip, make another in point and another out point, and Option B, create another subclip. And now I have those two subclips here as well. This is just a nicer way how you can sort through your stuff. This is another tool that helps you where DaVinci Resolve tries to help you. And yeah, now you know it even works on the iPad, the same like on the desktop. I hope you learned something. If yes, hit like, subscribe, dingle dingle the bang bang gong, and we'll see us in the next video. I'm Daniel. Bye.